Good evening, guys. Welcome to Tuesday, and of course, welcome to our very special Road to Racing Glory. Obviously, as you will have seen on our socials, we obviously there's a group of gamers and streamers, and Bjorn, who is obviously Dad Plays Games over on Twitter, is tackling World Mental Health Day, and obviously streaming to raise awareness and also raise some money for the Tim Bergling Foundation. So those of you who may not be clear on who he is, you probably better know him as Avicii, who obviously produced a number of worldwide musical hits and sadly succumbed to some challenges that he had in his life, which obviously sadly he took his own life. Of course, our Tuesday sessions are all about fun, but I wanted to start in this way because I wanted to talk about it because it is important. It's the WHO's World Mental Health Day, and obviously something that everybody around the world has to get behind, has to support, and kind of remove the stigmas that are very much attached to it, and around the stigmas that are very much attached to kind of be able to talk about it. I guess that stigma a lot of the time can very much stereotypically be attached to males who don't talk and don't share about potential challenges and stuff that they're having. So of course we're doing our little bit here. We obviously Cloudy, we reached out to Bjorn when obviously he was looking to see if anybody was interested in taking part, and said that we very much wanted to be part of it. We could feature it into what we do with our Tuesday stream, and hopefully we can do some of our bit, essentially to kind of obviously raise some pennies or Canadian pesos, and whatever you like to call it. And no, Duncan Barry Jr. is not on show, thank you. I'm trying to keep this a very serious segment without going too heavy. Now, of course, we have shared the link in the chat, so if it is possible for you to donate, of course, obviously, please feel free to do so. Absolutely no pressure, but very much, we are looking forward to kind of doing our part. So far, I've just had a quick check on the live scoreboard, as it will, and so far $310 have been raised from the guys that have obviously kind of jumped in as part of the campaign already. And the goal is to get to $500. So essentially, that's what's been worked to. Those are the milestones. Obviously, if anybody can take part and help, then let's go for it. Now, in terms of what we're covering on this fine Tuesday series, it'll be no surprise that we're jumping in to take part in Forza Motorsport. Of course, day one on Game Pass. It's been available on GeForce NOW for the best part of the day. So we thought let's show it off on GFN. We've got it set to 4K 60. Let's have some fun with it. Let's see what we can do. Obviously, with the early previews and stuff came out, I think there was a very mixed reception. We wanted to get it in our own hands, try it for ourselves, and see what we can do. So I've got rid of the couple of start bits. I took it to the point of choosing the car so that we can kind of then get into it. But yeah, hopefully we can have some fun with that through the course of the evening, as we usually do. So in terms of being able to pick our cars, the choices we've got a Honda Civic Type R, we've got a Subaru or a Ford Mustang. Now I'm going to go with the
Honda Civic has been a street tuner favorite for decades, with its balance of front-wheel drive power and handling. This Type R takes that performance standard to a whole new level.
Of course, obviously, we've just finished our Gran Turismo series, not last week, because obviously we had a bit of a break last week, but the week before.
All right, let's go.
So it's good for us to jump in. Yes, Zero. Yeah, very quickly.
Here is where you create your best possible racing experience by adjusting the difficulty and rule set.
Thank you very much.
As your racing skills evolve, try raising the difficulty to earn even more credits to buy other cars.
Purely because I actually downloaded it for PC, myself, because obviously at that point we weren't particularly sure whether or not it was going to whether it was going to be arriving on GFN, and of course it is. So even though we've downloaded it on PC, we are playing it on GFN this evening, so that'll be pretty good. So we can take it for a spin, put it through its paces. Let's have a look. Where do we want? Simulated damage. Ooh. Let's go with the sports rules, because as you might have seen, my hands are free this evening. So I am playing with a controller, which obviously, very different to kind of how I normally on our Tuesday streams. Duncan, I've turned that music down a little bit. Hopefully that balance is a little bit better now. If it's not, just give me a shout, and I can tweak it a little bit more. Good evening, Maker. Thanks for jumping in. I hope you are. Hope you're good. Yes, absolutely. Evening and rain. This game really seems to shine. Just want to make sure. Just want to check something. Track limits. I do want track limits on, but I don't want the barriers. So, and then we'll go to driver level 5. Let's see how that goes, shall we? We'll have a quick practice. Ooh, yes, I know exactly what you mean with microstutter, Zero. It's something that I was that me and Duncan have actually been talking about for a while. We've noticed with racing games that there does seem to be a little bit of a microstutter and almost a little bit of pixelation.
As you practice, you earn credits, and we'll be tracking your lap times to see how you match up against the competition before the race.
I'm not going to do too much practice. I'm sure it'll just be one lap, so we'll get that underway. See how it runs, shall we? Let's take this bad boy for a spin. Controller-wise, we've got to complete 3 laps in the practice, so we'll see how that works out. Obviously, slow in, fast out is still the way forward. Braking zones are the only areas where I have quite a bit of understeer on that car there. It's fairly normal. So what I will do through the course of the evening is, well, even though I'm in the cockpit now, I will do some different view modes so that people can see it and see how they see what they think to it. Nobody wants the bonnet mode. Oh, I didn't mean to rewind that. Did that by accident. Cancel. I'm intrigued to see how it fares. Of course, Gran Turismo for me has been the racer, but I've been a huge fan of the Forza series. Gran Turismo's always had the edge, but I am intrigued to see what they've done there. That's horrendous, even though I was absolutely hammering the brakes there. I just didn't want to steer. I bet you can, Zero. I know you're one for your racing games as well, so I know you get some enjoyment from them. And obviously, I know you've been loving the Crew Motorfest as well. this feel of the steering wheel. There's a lot of the feedback going across the curbs, being able to adjust the balance and the sensitivity of the steering. That wasn't the best. Do you know what? I am really finding it a challenge to actually drive with the controller. For the purposes of this evening, it wasn't about necessarily how I wanted to do it this evening. I think we really wanted to take the opportunity to play our part in the series for all the other great streamers that have been on this evening already.
Required practice laps complete. Great work. Feel free to end practice.
No, we're good. We'll end the practice.
That was a great practice session. Now it's time to race.
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to showcase this on GFN this evening as well. With it obviously hitting the service today, it's quite a big deal. I think there's a lot of people potentially didn't necessarily expect to see Forza Motorsport arriving today. But obviously it was confirmed last week. We weren't really expecting it. We thought there was a chance, but it was one of those. And lo and behold, it has dropped in, which is good.
It's a stacked field today for this first event. Plenty of time to
field.
size up the competition before race start.
Let's just get into the racing. Hey Colm, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in. I hope you're doing well. Right, let's see if we can put this bad boy through some of its paces. We'll go back to the cockpit view because I prefer it in here. I think you might have to, Zero. I definitely don't feel like that is going to PS Plus anytime soon. Although in saying that, I felt for a long time that Horizon Forbidden West wasn't going to go on there, and then it's just jumped into there very recently. We had initial perceptions in terms of some of the detail of the track and in the cars. Carried away following that yellow car there. Certainly some of the clouds, some of the detail in the background, and the racetrack are really good. Definitely do notice a little bit of understeer, but that, to be honest, that could be down to the car, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, it's only a Civic Type R. Hey, Happy, thanks for stopping by. Feel the tyres squealing. See what we can do. On the brakes. Oof. A little bit of trading paint. Obviously, for those that may have jumped in a little later in the stream, obviously we've popped a link in the chat. We teamed up with Dad Plays Games this evening, with it being World Mental Health Day. He's raising some money for the Tim Bergling Foundation. We're obviously racing to raise some money and have some fun. Oh dear. Took my eyes off the road for a split second. I'm in the grass. I'll tell you something. End up in the grass. It's not easy to get out of there on here. It's quite punishing when you go out of the way. Performance-wise, doesn't seem to be running too bad. I'll try and bring the. When I get onto the next straight, I'll bring the GFN overlay up, just so that we can see what kind of frame rate we're getting. It is worthwhile noting, go into the settings to amend it when you actually go into this on GFN, purely because when I went in, it was set. So if you are going to jump in and play this, then absolutely, it's well worth making sure that you're at least at 60, if not, obviously getting it unlocked. Yeah, I'm absolutely wanting to be playing this on a steering wheel. It's one thing that
One more. Finish strong.
I really want to see GFN try and see if they can work out through either maybe not the latter part of this year, because there's not much left within this year, but certainly into the early part of next year. We've got some great racing franchises on GeForce Now, and obviously, you know, more and more people are diving in, trying out the cloud, seeing how good the performance is. Obviously, we've got controllers in our hand that work perfectly. Absolutely fantastic with the racing franchises. If we could have steering wheel support on GFN, that would be absolutely immense. Now, technically, unofficially, if your device is HID compliant, you might find that it does pass through and it does work, but it's not a guarantee. So it's out there.
Well done. We finished P6.
Are you talking about graphical setting, Happy?
Points earned after every race will determine our...
Skip past the leaderboards because we don't need to be seeing that. We can keep skipping past there. Well, there we go. I finished in 6th.
Builders Cup event number 1 in the books. Good showing out there today.
Oh, apparently Happy's 3rd. Our driver level, there we go. We've earned some credits.
As our car levels up, we'll unlock new parts that we can use to increase vehicle performance.
Brilliant. Let's rim style, tire width. Perfect.
We're ready to head out for our next event.
Ooh, Miguelo. Let's go. Let's get after it.
Between each event, you'll have the opportunity to upgrade your car. Use the valuable car points you've earned for new performance parts. New parts will be unlocked as you level up your car throughout the series. Leveling up your car earns you car points, or CP for short. Using your CP gets you the best performance upgrades to install. Try to experiment with different parts. If a part doesn't get you the results you were looking for, remove it. Then use the refunded CP for something else. No two cars are the same. Each car has its own unique set of parts. As you level up the car, new categories of parts will unlock.
This is something I've seen a lot of people talking about since obviously the early access last week, is some of the work that has to go
Installing parts
into
will change the car's performance.
Obviously
and
leveling
PI
up the
number
car.
will be recalculated
So
to
if you
reflect
kind of
that
pick one
change.
car and then you then go and maybe
A
buy
car's
another
PI
version
is
of that car,
determined
you
by
have
its
to
level
level
of
it up.
performance. The faster the car, the higher the PI number. Car class corresponds to a specified PI range.
There we go.
Each
Car
event will
class
have a
we've
car class
obviously come
and
across
PI
before.
limit
We've
that
seen
we
that
will
sort
need
of
to
stuff
stay
in
under
previous
in order to
iterations.
compete.
Obviously see it in Gran Turismo, which is
As we build, be sure to keep an eye on the balance between power and handling. Over-investing in any one area can hurt our competitiveness. Experiment to find a build that's right for you. Quick
Thank you.
Upgrade will install parts for you and build a car with a balanced performance. This is a summary of how your car's performance will change when we install the parts for you.
okay, perfect. There we go. We'll just do the quick upgrade on this for the
now that we
purposes
have
of
some
this,
new
'cause
parts installed,
I don't want to waste
let's
too much
head out for our
time.
next event.
You know.
That build looks good. Let's head to Mugello.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time playing with the settings and that sort of stuff. That's the kind of thing I can do on my own time and mess about. I really want to make sure we're maximising the time on track and kind of obviously showing this all off. So yeah, I mean certainly it's a positive start from me. I think Colm. There's a lot of good detail in what I'm seeing within there. I'm seeing a few kind of performance, issues. There's the odd stutter.
Changing one driving assist
and
at a
bits and
time
bobs.
is the best way to understand how each affects car control. While you're running the required practice laps, Push that new build to the limit to hit that target lap time.
Okay, thank you. I genuinely hope she's not going to talk at me that whole time in this way. Literally just like let me get a feel for the car myself.
As you practice, you'll pass through select track segments that are key to fast lap times. Your time is tracked through key segments, and when you improve your time, you'll receive a car progression bonus.
Thank you. Oh! I went the wrong way, misread the road. Thankfully they didn't give me a penalty for it, which is a bloody good job, because I'd gone the wrong way entirely, so... See what we do when we come off here. Yeah, there's definitely seeing a few micro stutters there for sure, or a few evidence stutters if I'm honest with you, rather than kind of micro stutters.
Every circuit features key segments, like the one you just completed, that we can use to gauge your overall lap performance. Experiment with where to get on the brakes, when to accelerate, and find your perfect racing line to shave precious seconds off your lap time.
I'm trying. There we go, we didn't make that mistake that time. Get a practice lap in the bag. So it looks at this, you've got to do 3 practice laps. In each of the practice sessions, which is not too bad. A little bit of familiarisation with the track. Totally down for that. Can't get on the accelerator too quick. Yeah, the curbs are quite punishing if you're not set up to down on that sector in comparison to the first time around it. We've come through that section a little bit quicker for sure, which is good. Now we're on the brakes now. Hustling that
There you go. That
Civic
was your
through that
fastest time
corner.
for that segment this session. Keep it up, and we'll have no problem getting the results we're after today.
Ah, happy. That's a good choice. There's nothing wrong with opting for the Subaru. I opted with the Honda purely because, generally speaking, the grip in the Civic Type R is pretty strong. Up in that sector again, which is good. A little bit of curb. You can really the feedback in the controller itself actually for the rumble on the curb, that's quite good. So I can only imagine that force feedback on the steering wheel would be equally as impressive. A little bit of a messy sector. Hey ho. We've still managed to get a new best on that sector with that last section.
You did the work in practice. We can go race.
There we go. Practice out the way. Job done. Let's go and race. I mean, in terms of the detail, they're capturing the detail of the cars pretty well. Looking at the modelling, you know, the way the light is hitting it, it's certainly performing, I would say, pretty well. Not overly displeased with how it's looking actually. I think that it's actually performing pretty well. Although I don't like this section, because when you're seeing the motion down the track, there is kind of some weird things going on with the detailing on the cars. Obviously we are seeing little drops in the frame rate as well, but hey. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Got some upgrades to our Honda Civic Type R. There we go. A little bit of wheel spin to get off the line. Just going to take that long run down there. Side mirrors. Nice. Wasn't too bad a corner actually. Took way too much curb there. Astra GTC in front. Good collection of obviously cars, tracks as well. Yikes! A little bit on the flaky side. I'm just going to take that down so everybody can obviously see the car level and the XP and all that sort of stuff on the top right hand side. We've seen some examples of how that's performing, so it's obviously pretty well. And you can tweak with the settings as well, just to kind of try and get the best out of it. It's a very strange corner because you obviously come through that section and then right out to the far side of that track to the next corner. So see if we can gain on the guys in first. We're in fifth. Sometimes you don't even need to brake, you can just let off. Happy. I mean, I'm a massive racing game fan, as no doubt everybody knows. So absolutely, you know, coming into a launch of a new race title, love putting these things through their paces and seeing what I can do, seeing how much fun I can have with them. Stutter there. There's definitely a little bit of work on performance for the team at turn 10 to do, just to tweak things, just to get them a little bit better. But I'm pretty sure that they can do that in some good time. Sounds so aggressive. Lap 3 out of 4.
Last lap, let's go.
I think we can do on the last lap. All or nothing.
Keep it clean out there. We don't want to pick up any time penalties that could hurt our chances at a top finish. Total time penalty is about half a second.
Half a second for that little fleeting glance over the curbs. You've got to be having that laugh. Fair enough, we'll take it on the chin. We will take it on the chin. Get that Honda Civic sideways. much find any difficult to get to grips with driving a game, a driving game on a controller again. Well, we finished 5th. So our fastest lap was that was
Good run
an
out
illegal
there.
lap, but
We finished P5.
I'll take that. But, you know, we've obviously upped the driver level, so we're sat at 5 on the driver level. So we're pretty far into the scale on that one. Didn't make the podium. Obviously, T-sway bars.
Only one more event left to go in the series. Let's get
Oh,
going.
Kyalami. Those, for those of you that remember the good old F1 days where they used to go out in Kyalami, that's what a track that is. I'm going to jump into performance mode, do a quick update. We'll go with it. We'll see how we can.
Looks
how
like
we
the
can
car is
roll.
ready. So let's head to Kyalami.
Yeah, if you remember the old F1 days, they used to race here. There was some talk of the Kyalami track coming back actually to the F1 calendar, but I think a lot of those talks kind of dissipated, and it was confirmed that that wasn't going to be happening. So yeah, classic track though. It is a classic track. Get in some of the old practice laps, because I'll be honest with you, as good as my F1 memory is, the Kyalami track is not embedded in my head. So I'll do those 3 familiarization laps. Going in the pits, so we don't want to follow him. There we go. Too bad, was it? Go with our track map down on the left hand side. Started our first lap, so the track's going to go around to the left into a sharp left hand, sharp to the right, and then sharp left under. Brake at the 100-meter boards as we usually do. Quite pleased with that corner. Yeah, there we go. The key can sometimes be not to brake too hard, rather kind of hit on the brakes and then allow the car to simply coast through the corner. Sometimes get a much faster route through the corner. A little bit of curb action on the exit. It's not too bad, that's fine. Oh. That's not the way through that corner in the fastest manner. Not bad. 207 faster is the lap that we need to be putting through here. Yeah, there's no hope. Once the car gets away from you, it's very difficult to actually capture that back. Section. Deep into that corner. That's never going to work out well for us. Oh dear, happy that's I mean, I'm sure there's something to be said there that if you're driving got better. after getting some glasses. It's got to be something. The main thing is, of course, is hopefully you're enjoying driving games. Perfect. 5.6 on the segment score. That's not good. Break over to here. Action on the exit. Segment score is 7. That's a little bit better in that section. He's on and off the throttle. Good little section, that one. Position ourselves here as we come up through here. On those brakes, nice and early. Coast through the corner. That section particularly well. We're down on our previous lap. Yeah, this would definitely be much easier on a steering wheel. Up in that segment. Go. Are we going to make that magic 207? I don't know if we are, you know. Oof, 209. Lap 3, here we go. Getting a really good entry into that section of the track. I've noticed they've added the impact of kind of the impact that it's obviously having on the driver. That this will be putting through under braking. Obviously not the same as an F1 car, but still, nevertheless, it's pretty intense. Too much speed through that section. That's going to be way down on that previous section. Yeah, look at that. 3/10 down. Coming into there. Previous run in this particular section, which is good. 2.5 tenths in that section. See what we can do coming into that. Full. A little bit better. Section as well. Don't know if that classifies as too much curb, but hey ho. Segment score 9.2. It's better than the 7
you pushed it in
last
practice.
time.
Let's go racing.
There we go. Done. Practice done. Let's get into some wheel-to-wheel racing. I say wheel-to-wheel racing. We've been consistently 5th and 6th in the races over the course of the courses of this evening.
Before each race, you can adjust your starting position. If you cross the finish line in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd position, you will receive a podium bonus. The size of the podium bonus depends on your starting position and difficulty settings. The more you challenge yourself, the bigger the podium bonus could be.
Okay, so, I mean, there, if we start in 12th, it's reckoning that we're going to finish. Let's go 13th. We'll go 13th. Unlucky for some. Of course, 13th, unlucky for some, as we're playing a Game Pass game. Of course, it's unless there's been any news that I've missed today. Obviously, the rumours swirling that, of course, Microsoft are indeed trying to get that approval and get that deal closed this week for the Activision deal, which should obviously be good to finally bring that saga to an end. I feel like it's gone on way too long than it needed to, but for all the right reasons. Still got wheel swing. Still got the wheel swing. Let's overtake the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. You get a bit of night racing, guys. Oh, a little tap on the rear end. Didn't even buy me a drink first. Bloody hell. There's nothing. Surely the stewards are going to look at that and decide that there's nothing, no penalty, thank you. I was going to say, it'd been harsh if they were issuing me a penalty for that. Got to give full switch due here. In a night race, that is looking pretty sweet. I might not quite so lucky you get away with a penalty on that one because I drove basically. Oh no, I did. No penalty. That Dodge Charger. That's going to all over the place. We're up to 6. So our predicted position, of course, was at 13th, was 6th. Let's see if we can beat the computer prediction, shall we? Evening, Scotty. How you doing, bud? Hope you're all well. Yes, I did play some Modern Warfare 3 at the back. I thought it was actually pretty good. I was pretty impressed with the way the multiplayer played. And I also didn't get absolutely trounced when I played the multiplayer either, so it always gives me confidence in a COD multiplayer. When you're not getting trounced in the beta, maybe you might be alright when the other game comes out. Evening, James. I'm not on AI level 1, thank you very much. I'm on AI level 5, thank you. We make our way to. Still really want to prove this goddamn computer wrong. His prediction was 6th. Even if I finish 5th, I feel like I've satisfied. Like, I feel like I've beaten the computer. You know what I mean? 2 out of 3. We're up to 5th. Can we get any better than 5th? Surely not.
Last lap.
Zero, I've just seen your comments about Max winning the F1. Short answer to that one is no, I am absolutely not. I think it's no secret I'm a Lewis fan and a Mercedes fan, so very much not in the Red Bull camp. And to be honest, it just pains me. This weekend I found painful. I love the fact that Oscar Piastri and the Papaya done much better. Obviously won in the sprint, second in the main race. Deserved a lot of plaudits this weekend for what he's actually achieved. Lando obviously made a number of mistakes, but you know, of course, that's part of it, isn't it? It's part of what happens. But I thought Piastri was very solid. I felt he was a little bit robbed as well over the course of the on Saturday, because I felt like he should have been under the podium. Never mind the fact that Max won the title. I feel like he deserves to be under the podium as the number 1 placed car for the end of the sprint race. But hey ho. And it really annoyed me as well when they called him a triple world champion. They kept saying, oh, is he 3-time world champion? I was like, no, he's not. He's not a 3-time world champion. He really isn't. Making him move up the inside there just to get to 4th. Too much curb, but we'll take it. All we need to do is bring it home to the line. There's no penalties. We've done well. How are you feeling about the Haas boys, Zero? What's going on?
Nicely done. We finished P4.
P4. Look at this, eh? We've got, oh my god, it's Convict in the chat, and then Convict is sat further up there, lording it above us with these levels. What is he like? Didn't quite make the podium on that one. We got close. We got really close on the podium, so I'm sure we can get there. We are driving a Civic Type R after all.
Congrats. We just earned our first Builders Cup trophy.
Ooh.
Not a bad way to start our collection.
Beautiful. Let's accept it all. Let's get cracking into more. Yeah, you see your name in there, and it finished ahead of me, so you can take the win there.
Every Builders Cup tour contains multiple series of car groupings, each a unique challenge to outbuild and outrace your competition.
Zero.
As you complete tours, you will unlock unique rewards. Check back regularly, as new tours with new rewards are released on a regular basis.
As they go to the US. Because obviously, yeah, Haas have got upgrades. Mercedes have got this new floor, which apparently is effectively going to put them, or give them an indication as to whether they are on the right lines. You know, which would be good to see. Where are we going? So, practical performance. Oof. That's the next one in the bag for us, so we can do that. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I think the US is actually going to be pretty key this weekend, because obviously, if the work that the Mercedes boys have been doing on the floor of the car gives them the results and yields the results that they think it will,
and yet they still retain
that will set a lot more about 2024's development.
Cargo space. Competitive
And obviously, the Haas boys, I want to see them further back up there, man. I feel like they deserve to be much further up
controllable package.
than they are
pushed to the
already.
limit. And with the vast upgrades available,
you can't take it away from the
drivers will
detail here.
strategize
Look
their
at
builds to
the
extract
detailing in the
considerably
car, the
more performance
interiors.
and fun.
You have got to say they've done a fantastic job in what they've been trying to achieve with this. I just want to keep seeing more coming out of it. So what do we want to go for? get our... Oh, we've got 488 for the Golf. Got to choose a wise decision here. 9.7 for the Lost. It's an ugly car though. That is a horrible car. Where do we want to go? I am tempted by the. I mean, the Golf R's reliable, isn't it? 488. Tempted to buy the Renault because I've just bought one in real life. You know what? Let's go for the Golf. Let's put ourselves in a position where we get the most power. We'll choose our colour. What crazy colour can we? Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go for orange. Let's go for the crazy choice. Do you know what, Zero? I have nothing against Russell. I actually like Russell. I've got nothing against him in that respect. So, I mean, surely we've got no upgrades on the car, have we? Oh no, we have a little bit. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take the little upgrades ready to go to the track. Yeah, his performance at the weekend, I think for me, was exceptional. There were a lot of people that would have just lost their head and wouldn't have worked their way back through the pack. But he did really, really well getting that car back to fourth. And it is a shame because I think that if they hadn't have made contact, which obviously it clearly was Lewis's fault, but if they hadn't have made contact, I think they could have been putting some pressure on, definitely for the podium places.
WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca is a technically demanding track where any time spent off the racing line means losing precious seconds to your competition.
It's orange Golf. Yeah, I know, Jay, it should have been the Renault, but I've gone with the Golf. One thing I will say here is obviously from going from the Honda to the Golf, I can genuinely feel a difference in the handling of the car. Oh God. Looked down at the chat, I went off track. Purposes of the stream, happy. I've very much just been doing the auto upgrades. The lighting's pretty impressive as you're coming out. Of course, this track is actually a good track, I guess, for comparison, actually, because of course this track does feature I feel like the Golf handles a lot better than the Type R. Back on that power. 149 or faster is the lap that they want done. Let's see how far we are off that on the first run. 150. here. A little bit too much curve for my liking. Getting some time there. We can go green in each of the sectors in comparison to our previous laps. Obviously 3/10 up at the moment on the lap. Should put us in good stead to maybe get into the 149s. And maybe by the end of it. But we've got the bonus lap time as well as the required 3 laps of practice. Yeah, of course, happy. It may well be me because I'm probably slightly further away from my mic, if I'm honest. I'll pull it out a little bit closer in a second. Diving in the pits. Just let me know how happy if you can. There we go, 7/10. We've hit the bonus objective. Here we go. Slightly down on this lap in comparison to the last. Gonna happen, isn't it, really, let's be honest. Gonna drive every lap perfectly. The thing though, I like it when if you're down in the first sector, for me that's where the challenge kicks in, because it's like, well, actually, can I then take it? Put myself in a position where I go faster through sectors 2, 3, and that challenge just ramps up. You know, as you go through that, really. And I like that, especially like if you don't nail it in sector 1 and sector 2, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a position where you've got sector 3 to nail it. That's you know, for me, that's a real challenge, and it's a challenge that I really enjoy. A lot of people talk, and you hear, a lot of racers, you know, F1 guys, all that sort of stuff. They talk about that search for that perfect lap, where it's like they absolutely nailed it in sector 1, they've nailed it in sector 2, they've nailed it in sector 3, and well, there we go. Boom, we've got an even faster lap there, so we'll take that, which is pretty good. I'll just check my OBS happy just to make sure that my microphone hasn't dropped. My mic volume is set to pretty much max, so it probably was just the fact that I didn't have it. I didn't have it close enough to my head. Okay, let's go racing. So 4th to 6th, it reckons. We'll stick with 13th. That's where we've been starting, so we'll stick to there, which is all fun. Let's skip that section. I really don't like that way it moves down the grid. It's not smooth. The car's doing weird glitchy stuff. There we go. I thought it might be the case. It was just I just had it a little bit further away. So that's my bad. My apologies. Okay. A little bit of wheel spin. Good launch off the Golf. Perfect. Whoa. Oh, escaped a penalty. zooming away. There we go. Yeah, that first corner was a bit ropey. There wasn't really much I could do though. Back section of the track now. Hopefully we'll get good entry into this corner. We've made some gains. We have made some gains, that's for sure, on the Astra boys. The horrible car that's in front, which I think is the... not actually the car that's in front, the same horrible. I'm not sure what it is. Hustling to get past that Golf. Wasn't going to leave me much room, so I had to just slightly take 2 wheels off the side of the track, get in the dirt, and hope that I can make it stick. He says as he looks down, is that Focus RS? I think it might be, you know. I think it might be. All about the timing. 3.3 seconds up, obviously it helps when you're not coming off a standing start. Managed to hold that Golf pretty well coming through that section. AI definitely seems to be faster through that section than I am. There we go, that's how we do. That's how we do. Take that up there. Bit of drafting. God damn it. .47.4, that's much faster than we were doing in practice, which is good. Just about clinging onto that car coming through that section. No doubt though the rear view will be filled with that RS, although he's gone proper snaking it. And the I can just see in the rear view there that the Astra has just got the better of him. Oh, I've come off that section slow. Come off that section horrendously slow. That is not good. I could be a sitting duck coming through this section if I am not careful. Oh god. Oh god. 2 off tracks. I'll be very thankful for the fact that I never got a penalty for that. Taken to rally in the car here rather than road racing. It's not Forza Horizon. Go.
Final lap.
Oh, final lap. I thought it was finished. So we've got a podium place. It'll be our first podium place this evening. Should be good. That'd be an improvement. Dab on the brakes, turn in, off we go. Oh, I don't feel like that was a good section. Maybe 1.5 tenths down. Try and see if we can brake in a straight line. So now we're 1.5 tenths down. For me, this lap now becomes about that challenge of that I was talking about earlier with the sectors. I'm half a second down. So it definitely becomes about one of those sectors now. Can I now push this car to the end? Am I going to be half a second off my best time? Or am I going to be able to push to the line? I'm still on that split. Am I going to push to the line? Yeah, no. There's no way I was doing that. 147.4 though.
We finished P3.
Fastest lap of the lot of them. We'll take that, which is all good. What I am going to do, guys, obviously we've been talking this evening already about the fact that it is WHO's World Mental Health Day. Obviously we teamed up with Dad Plays Games. They're raising some funds for the Tim Bergling Foundation. I'm going to drop the link in chat for those that obviously want to. I did put it further up. I'm going to drop it back in chat again, and then I'm going to refresh it and just see where we were. Because when we started, we were at 310, so we've gone up to 340 in terms of the where we're there. So we're pushing on to the 500. That's where we want to get to. So obviously, which is pretty awesome. Thank you very much, Zero. It wasn't too bad, managing to get myself on the podium and a fastest lap as well. I think in F1 terms, that would be a bonus point for fastest lap and being in the top 10. Woohoo! Who's top? Happy Cloud Gamer, hey? Happy Cloud Gamer's in the chat. Obviously, on the top step of the podium. Some there we go, and some more credits there for the car. Ooh, Lime Rock. Going to performance. Let's do our auto upgrades. So acceleration is not going to improve. Handling and braking is going to improve though. That's what we want. So we definitely want to be in the right place with the car. So that's all good. Full circuit at Lime Rock. Alright, I'm going to brave it this time. I'm not going to do the practice. I'm literally going to go in straight into the race, and we'll see what comes to bear, shall we? Oh, do I have to go? Oh, I have to go to the practice, don't I? Forcing the practice. Wonder, can I, if I exit, there we go, skip practice. Valuable credits and car experience. Yes, I know it would be normally, but for the purposes of what we want to do, I want to get straight into the race. See what we can do. See if we can read the road. I mean, let's face it, it's not too bad. We should be good. Oh, he doesn't know where we're going to finish. He doesn't have a clue. Because we haven't done the practice, it's all over the place now. Let's get after it. call it the blind race. Obviously not literally a blind race, because that would be carnage, no doubt. Very minimal amount of wheel spin. Ooh, that RS got off well. Oh, come on.
Keep it clean out there. Stay aggressive, but avoid trading paint or taking any shortcuts off track. We don't want to pick up any time penalties that could hurt our chances at a top finish. Total time penalty is about 2.5 seconds.
2.5 seconds for that? Oh. Bloody throwing me off now. 2.5 seconds. Having an absolute giraffe. Draft and then move out, try and make the pass, get him under braking going into this next corner anyway. Up 2 out of 6 already. The fact they say it's avoidable contact. I mean, it's like, no, it's not avoidable contact. They just need to bloody race properly. There's nowhere to go. It's going too slow. I know you could argue that I just need to hit the brakes and bide my time, but you know what? Sometimes we're just impatient. This is clearly a good place for us to overtake down here. That's see now, how was that even my bloody fault for a collision? He's fighting back. He's fighting back. And sideways through the corner. Wheel to wheel with the Audi. Gave each other a little bit of room. We mastered it. We mastered it. Oh, look at the guy in front. He's miles away. Too much curb on entry there. Too much curb on entry. We're going to get another move down here. Yeah, Perez had a shocker between not making Q3.
3 remaining.
Oh. God damn it. They can't give me a penalty for that, surely, because I lost out. Yeah, Perez had a shocker. I wonder if there's any correlation. I started talking about Perez and then I had the worst corner in the world. No, I do worry because I think they seem to be turning up the pressure on Perez, understandably. You know, when Max is winning, you know, they've really turned that pressure up. And I think now the fact that they kind of seem to indicate that Perez finishing second in the championship, there seems to be influences that could dictate what they do next season, if they make moves. It's all good, Zero, don't worry. Yeah, the fact that they're now kind of saying, well, actually, what, you know, whether Perez finishes second in the championship could influence how that 2024 lineup looks, I think it's just big pressure, because you know when you've got Lewis hunting you down, obviously, I mean, Lewis not finishing this weekend is going to have helped him no end. But I still can see Lewis clawing back and finishing second in the championship. And if Lewis finishes second in the championship, that is going to be an absolutely sterling, given the car that they've had this year. And I know people will go, yeah, but Perez was poor. You know, I think it signifies something for Mercedes to go into next year with a hope that they can bring that enhanced power unit. They can actually take the fight next year to the rest of the grid.
Final lap. You got this.
That when we had our adventures sideways off the grass, and certainly fourth is probably realistic. I've been saying that. I've got a 2.5 second penalty to the 10. Finished fifth. That 2.5 second penalty did cost me in the end. So
P5.
what a shocker! What a shocker! Then 2 out of 5. Bar level 6, which is good. Oh, Watkins Glen. Let's go into performance. Calculate the updates. Beautiful. We'll take them. Thank you very much. We'll apply those little upgrades. Magic. We'll finish them off and we'll continue to the next one. I have to say, load times relatively good. I like the fact you get a little bit of view of the track as well on the load screen, which is pretty cool. Overall, so far this evening, obviously let me know what you thought in chat, guys. Overall, I've been pretty impressed with what I've seen so far. Definitely, you know, by no means perfect.
Here
but
at
there is
Glen,
enough there that
average
makes
top
me
speeds on a short circuit are always higher than the full circuit. You'll be flying around.
To play more of this and sink more time into it. Or we get some rain as well. I'm going to just bear with me because I just want to exit and skip practice. Yeah, hopefully we get a bit of rain action in the race as well. We've had a bit of sunlight. We've had day, obviously daytime racing. We've had evening racing. So we've seen how the different light levels are working. And obviously some of that footage last week with regard to the rain, I think was the rain effects looked superb. So let's see what we get. Have we got some rain for this race? There's certainly a little bit of spitting, as Peter Kay would say. Everybody in. The window wipers going, so there's a little bit of something there. Let's see what the difference is now between the dry. We're down in front. Are they actually seriously calling that a collision? Are they serious? Crazy white car doing? Oh, come on, there was no collision there. Three abreast into that corner was going to be fun. How I managed to pull that back under braking, I do not know. That car was well and truly sideways. Take our line. There we go. Take that. Car's leveled up to level 7. Obviously it's wet, so we need to make sure we're braking at the right point. The braking distance is essentially close to double wet. Turned in too early on the old curb. Try not to pick any panels up, but we should be good. There we go. There we go. Too much curve coming through that section. I didn't want to take too much curve there. Lots of curve through there, which is fine. Part of the track's clearly designed for it. That rain starting to get a bit heavier. I'm pretty impressed with the rain effects. Quite liking that. Definitely adds something to the game. Side by side into here. Hammer on the brakes. It's a little bit braver on the brakes than we were. In the end though, outbroke himself, didn't he? He outbroke himself. Lap 2 out of 5. Absolutely delightful.
3 left.
In terms of obviously coming up after myself this evening, I think I'm running obviously generally till about 10, so not too much longer, and then Ninja Guy X is next up in the streaming schedule. Got some free time after we finished on this. Certainly dive over there and obviously see what Ninja Guy X is bringing to the party this evening. So we continue with that, plays games and some other streamers. All for a good cause, of course. Look at that spray coming off that car. It's not great. Not too much bottle barring this evening. I've only had 1 or 2 little bottle barring incidents, which is good. Definitely found it a challenge having to race with a controller though, that's for sure. You would have noticed that Cloudy.Games has come back. Obviously, we were talking the other week, and Duncan decided we were going to revive it, bring it back, which obviously we've done. So the Cloudy.Games is a website. It's back into life. Some bits of action has gone out. Obviously, if you follow us on Twitter, you've seen some of the posts already that have gone out there. What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring a little bit of news in there. We want to do some previews. We're trying to get some real... so we want to do some previews of games, initial thoughts, and obviously also some reviews alongside the gaming news as well, and some kind of technical opinion pieces, all that sort of good stuff. And what we're trying to do is bring that synergy together between Cloudy, obviously the sister channel CGX, and have stuff that's obviously referenced on the website as well. So we should hopefully see a variety of content there.
One more lap.
Across each of the mediums. I have to say that spray is that causes you some challenges, and it's quite accurate in the way that it's knocking the spray up onto the windscreen as well. Oh, that wasn't a me collision, that was a him. Sideways action in the wet, also starting to get dark. Or is that just more cloud? It's definitely got darker, probably just more rain cloud. 7.4 for the segment score. Got that there, getting into there, ready for the next entry. A little bit of dab on the brake. Now we're through over the line. We've got a first place, guys. So we've had a podium and a first. We've improved as we've gone through the evening. Not the fastest lap of the evening, though. We did 1:29. I wonder where that stacks up in comparison to everyone else.
Great race.
Yeah, that's
we finished
fastest
P1.
lap. Beautiful. Hey, there we go. Finished ahead of Convict. That's how it should be on the scoreboard. We'll lap the little podium session up. Yes, there we go. For that beautiful helmet. What can I say? Masterclass in the wet. No, it's far from a masterclass in the wet, but I certainly seem to have found some form there. So we will go and accept all our parts that we've got picked up on there. Obviously, Homestead Miami Speedway is going to be our next one. But what I am going to do, guys, because I am very, very conscious that we're obviously there's a bit of a schedule for this evening, of course. Let me just see if I can bring up where is so. Ninja Guy X, he's over on Twitch. I'm going to drop his link in the chat because he is going to be going live in around about 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. He's going to be going live. So obviously, if you guys do kind of frequent Twitch at all, then of course go in and join the guys over there. Let's do one quick. Let's come off the schedule, do a little bit of a refresh, see if we've changed from 340. We're still at 340, so there's $160 to go on the goal on World Mental Health Day. But there we go, guys. That just about brings it to a wrap for this week. I'm obviously not going to do any more in this because, as I say, we are on a schedule. But what I think you might see is, I think you might see me do some more of this next week. Whilst Forza is all a buzz and I've got that little bit of bug, I quite enjoyed it this evening, so I think we might carry this on for possibly a couple of Tuesdays and just see how this works out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, Zero, thanks as always for jumping in and joining. Same to you, Happy. Oh my god, it's Convict, Scott, Maker, Duncan, Colm. Obviously everybody else that's popped along as well. I really appreciate it, so thank you very much, guys. I hope you all have a rest of the good evening if you are, or a good evening if you are stateside. For those that are in kind of obviously the EU or UK, probably close to bedtime, because it's a work night or a school night, depending on how you view it. But no, thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have too. And yeah, we will. In terms of what we've got coming up for the remainder of the week, obviously keep your eyes on the website, because there's posts as the news comes out there. GFN Thursday. So obviously embargo time, so 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when the news kind of hits. That, of course, the news video traditionally drops across on CGX, so don't forget to check that out over there. And then on Thursday, Kelly, Duncan and myself are back for Game On, which is our gaming podcast of all things gaming really, but kind of features on cloud, Xbox, and obviously Game Pass. So join us for that. And then over on CGX we might also have some Forza content to look at. I might potentially do a little bit of a comparison between the PC and GFN again, just to see how that's kind of running, what the differences are, how that performs. So keep your eyes peeled over there as we try and push more content out as well. Other than that, guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you later in the week. Bye bye.